Welcome to Fork Up Cargo Logistics, the leading handler of space cargo. As a part of our family of workers, you'll be handling precious cargo across the entire solar system, and when it comes time for docking, we know you'll fit right in. Before we begin, please ensure that all safety equipment, including gloves and hard hats, are worn at all times. It's our company policy that all workers use protection. Let's start by exploring our cockpit and seeing how it responds to our touches. To your right, you'll see buttons where the ship controls can be adjusted for your convenience. Try gripping the joysticks and moving the controls. You should see the hologram of the ship move. If something doesn't feel right, try rebinding it to what feels natural. Note that by default, strafe up, down, and left and right is on the thumbstick of the left stick.
Welcome to the ship system qualification. We've restricted your controls and we'll unlock them one by one. Okay, let's begin by applying some forward thrust. Good. Now reverse that thrust to bring yourself to a stop. Next, strafe to the right. Good. Now strafe to the left. Okay, looks good. Now strafe upwards. Okay, now strafe back down. Translational axes check out. Let's try the rotation axes next. Start with a yaw to the right. Good. Now yaw. Okay. Now give us a right roll. And now a left roll. Now pitch the nose up. Lastly, let's... Good job. This concludes the ship system qualification. Use the switch on your right to head back to corporate.
Did you know that statistics indicate that 2 out of 5 Docker applicants provide us with false piloting credentials? On an unrelated note, we like to test all our new hires with a fun starting assignment. You should see a number of rings outside your cockpit. We want you to pilot the ship through each of them. But any hole is not a goal. You need to fly through them in order. The radar will show you which one is next. Remember, there is no resistance in space. Your momentum isn't going to slow down on its own. You're going to have to counter it. If you get confused,
done, Forker. You've just completed your first lap. Feel free to keep playing around with the control.
Good to see you again. We will now walk you through a typical day shift. This is the crate's docking port, and above you is your docking port. A successful dock will look something like this. When you get close to a crate, the above display will turn on. Use the 3 indicator lights at the top of the cockpit and adjust the ship so that all 3 lights have turned green. If you do this, the crate now has to be ejected into the area shown here. Once you've worked the ship into position, you'll really need to tug hard on the lever in the top right of the cockpit. Really yank it to eject the payload quickly and launch our crate home. However, you want to avoid any premature ejections. For instance, moving too fast or aimed off to one side. Don't worry if this happens. We all have messy incidents from time to time. Just make sure to clean up after yourself and try again.
Congratulations on your first docking. We've tagged the drop-off point on the radar. Head over to it now.
Sometimes cargo may be sent flying away by a collision and even end up in a spin, making further docking attempts impossible. To force cargo out of a spin, each ship is equipped with our patented anti-spin limpets. These can be fired at cargo, and when they attach, they'll use retro rockets to slow the spin down. You'll want to do this until the RPM shows 0. Once the cargo is steady, we can recommence normal docking procedure. It's important at fork-up that all packages are handled with care. We strongly advise against any attempt of forceful or aggressive docking maneuvers, which could result in injury to our packages.
Well done, you've docked your first spinner. Eject it into the drop-off point like before. It's time we take off the training wheels, starting with this shift. You are now subject to our corporate deadlines, which means loading up the delivery ship in time to meet our quotas. Keep up a good rhythm and you'll finish on time. Now, let's get docking. You're doing great work so far. Don't worry that some of your colleagues would be done by now. So what if they get invited to the corporate skiing retreat on Luna? Keep it up. Looks like one of our crates has gotten stuck. This happens sometimes with our packages. You're going to have to push it free. There it goes. Now quickly chase it down. You'll need to try to match its current speed and trajectory. But once you've done that, docking with it should feel natural. Congratulations on making it through your first introductory shift. We hope this helps ease you into your new role. Anyway, next shift, you'll be handling live explosives.